drawer in that chest right inside the door.
Do you think that we have some
half siblings?
siblings?
I already thought about it. Because this is 68. She and Dad were married when? 77.
Unfortunately, grief can have many terrible effects on people. As my big fat fabulous fans know, Whitney Throe has always been close to her mother. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, My Big Fat Fabulous Life. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Sadly, with the sudden loss of her mom in December, she is having some scary side effects from this terrible grief. Following a visit to her mother's mausoleum, Whitney Throe took a few minutes to update fans on Instagram about how she is coping. Sudden loss of Whitney Throe's mother. First thing to remember, Whitney Throe announced on Instagram in early December that her mother, Barbara, had died. Even though this was following a lengthy battle with cerebral amyloid angiopathy, it was still unexpected at the time. Whitney Throe has been very appreciative of the support and sympathy that her fans have shown during this difficult time. Deep sorrow takes its toll. Whitney Throe gave an account of visiting her mother's mausoleum for the first time since she passed away in December. Admittedly, she isn't coping well. In her Instagram video, she was candid with fans about a symptom of the grief she wasn't expecting. Shockingly, Whitney Throe admitted it wasn't until her dad corrected her that she realized she had completely forgotten she had gone to her mother's grave at least twice since the funeral in December. Surprisingly, she didn't have any recollection of the events that had happened. It was very alarming to her that she didn't remember. Once reminded, she had specific memories of meeting a teen during her visit to the grave on Mother's Day. In many ways, she was in disbelief. Does grief just erase your memory? Whitney said dumbfoundedly, like I fully believed yesterday that I had not been there since December. Crazy. Is this normal? Understandably, Whitney Throe is discovering the process her mind and body are going through with this significant loss. GriefandSympathy.com gives some information about this memory loss phenomenon. Studies have shown that those who have complicated grief often have memory loss where they are unable to remember everyday things, the site said. Continuing, but on the other hand, can remember with extreme clarity everything to do with the person they have lost. The site also strongly recommends, if you think this could be you, it is essential to get some help. While this is a known side effect of some people's grieving process, it is very important to seek help to avoid serious complications. It is good that Whitney Throe is bringing awareness to this issue. Hearts go out to Whitney Throe as she transitions through her traumatic grief. Do you know anyone who has faced this? Take time to leave a comment. When Whitney Throe lost her beloved mother, Barbara Babs Throe, the world seemed to come crashing down around her. Babs wasn't just a mother. She was Whitney's rock, her confidant, her biggest cheerleader. As Whitney grappled with the overwhelming grief of losing her mom, she found herself facing an unexpected and frightening new reality: memory loss. Chapter 2: Unraveling Memories. In the aftermath of her mother's death, Whitney began to notice subtle changes in her memory. Simple tasks that once came easily to her suddenly seemed daunting, and cherished memories of her mother started to slip away like grains of sand through her fingers. Fearing the worst, Whitney sought answers from medical professionals, desperate to understand what was happening to her mind. Chapter 3: A Journey of Discovery. As Whitney embarked on a journey of self-discovery and healing, she learned that grief has a way of manifesting itself in unexpected ways. Memory loss, she discovered, was not uncommon among those who had experienced significant trauma or loss. Armed with this knowledge, Whitney began to explore techniques and strategies to cope with her memory loss and reclaim control of her life. Chapter 4: Seeking Help. Acknowledging the severity of her memory loss, Whitney made the courageous decision to seek help from neurologists and mental health professionals. Through a series of tests and evaluations, she uncovered underlying factors contributing to her memory loss, including stress, anxiety, and depression. With a diagnosis in hand, Whitney was determined to tackle her memory loss head-on and reclaim her cognitive function. Chapter 5: Coping Mechanisms. Armed with a newfound understanding of her condition, Whitney began to implement coping mechanisms to manage her memory loss. From mindfulness exercises and cognitive therapy to dietary changes and lifestyle modifications, she explored a variety of strategies to improve her memory and cognitive function. With each small victory, Whitney regained a sense of hope and optimism for the future. Throughout her journey, Whitney found solace and support in the loving embrace of her friends and family. Their unwavering support and encouragement served as a lifeline during the darkest moments of her struggle, reminding her that she was not alone in her battle against memory loss. Together, they laughed, cried, and celebrated the small victories, knowing that love had the power to conquer even the most formidable challenges. Chapter 7. Embracing the Present. As Whitney grappled with her memory loss, she made a conscious effort to live in the present moment, cherishing each fleeting memory and savoring every precious moment with her loved ones. She refused to let her condition define her, choosing instead to focus on the beauty and joy that surrounded her every day. Through acts of gratitude and mindfulness, Whitney found peace and acceptance in the midst of her struggle. Determined to use her platform for good, Whitney became an outspoken advocate for mental health awareness and memory loss. Through her social media channels, she shared her story with honesty and vulnerability, shining a light on the often overlooked struggles faced by those living with memory loss. Her courage and advocacy inspired others to seek help and support, fostering a sense of community and solidarity among those affected by similar challenges. As Whitney navigated the ups and downs of her journey, she discovered the transformative power of vulnerability. By sharing her story with authenticity and openness, she not only found healing for herself, but also created space for others to share their own struggles and find solace in knowing they were not alone. Through her vulnerability, Whitney found strength, resilience, and a renewed sense of purpose. Throughout her journey, Whitney remained steadfast in her commitment to honoring her mother's legacy. Babs may have been gone, but her spirit lived on in the hearts and memories of those who loved her. Through acts of kindness, generosity, and compassion, Whitney paid tribute to her mother's indomitable spirit, ensuring that her legacy would endure for generations to come. As Whitney looked towards the future, she did so with hope, courage, and determination. Though her journey with memory loss had been fraught with challenges and uncertainty, she emerged stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. With each passing day, Whitney embraced the beauty of the present moment, knowing that life was too precious to be wasted dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Conclusion: a journey of resilience and hope. Whitney's journey with memory loss was not easy, but it was a testament to the power of resilience, courage, and the human spirit. Through the depths of grief and loss, she found strength, hope, and a renewed sense of purpose. As she looked towards the future with optimism and determination, she knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, she would face them with grace, humility, and unwavering resolve.